in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Auburn Tigers, taking on another team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Auburn's offense will get first crack at it today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to...
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Buys a little extra time. Unleashes one. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
Kentucky right back to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Scanning the field, it's Stoneburner. Bringing the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got a man, it's Dennis. He won't get there, it'll bring up 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, did not go through the uprights. You've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They go to the ground. There he goes! Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. We have a new #1 team in the nation this week. Guys, they've made it to the mountaintop, and usually that just means now everybody's shooting at you.
I think a lot of people are waiting to see is how they wear this #1, if they change at all moving forward. But, David, talking to their players this week, they were saying they knew they were the #1 team before the season even started. Everybody else is just figuring that out now.
Yeah, and you got to love the confidence of this squad and going out and earning that #1 ranking, but it's another thing completely to keep it and to continue to have that edge and that hunger. Let's see if they can do it.
Ernie on the Jets. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on 2nd down. Keeps looking downfield. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This offense better start finding a way to cap off these drives with points. We haven't seen that now in the last 2 drives. Last one, they were moving the ball pretty nicely, came away with nothing. This drive, it's looking to be more of the same. And normally when you give up sacks, especially on 3rd down, that's what's going to happen.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Punts it out of the air. Touchdown, Auburn. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. To the air, it's Stoneburner trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll leave it with him.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Might as well stick with him. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll throw on 3rd down. Oh, he makes the catch. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert.
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Kentucky going quickly.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking for a man. It's Stoneburner. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game. But finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He'll field the punt. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on! They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires on the move. Connection to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And with that run, goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight, they wanted to force feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game and be the more physical team in the trenches. You turn around and give this guy the ball. Good thing.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3. He'll take a deep shot here. Snags it on the right. Running free. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, falls right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's McDonald. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here.
Okay, ready?
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He now has 115 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Stewart. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Wants to throw on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Going to look downfield again. Flips it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Facing a third down is short from the 26. Looking downfield, it's Stoneburner. The screen, he's got wheels. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to...
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off-play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. No good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The inside handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Kentucky right back to the line. Wants to throw. It's Stoneburner. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So here comes the Auburn offense. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get something done this time. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's McDonald. Past the 45. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I feel like this defense really needed that, man. They need a shot in the arm. They've had some bad possessions, not been great. Nice job getting to the quarterback, getting in a predictable 3rd and long situations where now you can unleash that pass rush.
Got it in the middle. It's Cole. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. South Carolina is ahead in Columbia, but that's not exactly George Rogers out there scoring touchdowns. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Missouri. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To throw, it's Stoneburner. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Look out, he's got room.
The return is brought down at the 36. And the Auburn offense will take over.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, two biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kroger Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Tigers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Kentucky going quickly. Looking to throw, it's Stoneburner. Under fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and... hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete to the left. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Is Kentucky offense doing work? They're set up with another first down. Off the play fake. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a gap. It's McDonald. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire. And that linebacker showed that there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Looking to throw, it's Stoneburner. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Kentucky right back to the line. Snap from the gun on third down. Fires to the right. And they can't make the play on third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start this drive going to the air. Wide open downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
The screen, he can go. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. How about this? That's catch number 300 in his career.
And it doesn't matter who's been playing quarterback in this offense. Who's ever pulling the trigger, they know this guy is dependable. 300 catches, David. That is a lot.
Just unreal consistency. Over 300 catches. That is unbelievably amazing. The consistency, the work, the toughness, the durability. This dude's done it all.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. wants to throw on third. It's complete to the right. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Safe completion on the screen. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to throw again. Extending the play. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making the play.
Touchdown, Tigers! And the route is on.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he added the extra point. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Here's a heat. He's going to run it. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the returner is stopped.
Down at the 45. And the Auburn offense will take over 1st and 10.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Motion from the back. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got an open man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
to the air on first down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. All kinds of room to the right. The 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they turn it into a defensive score. What about the speed of that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll give it to the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a little extra time to dial something up this third down play. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They kick it away on fourth down. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field. And
the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
That is just what the doctor ordered for any offense to start a drive, first and goal. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn. And the pummeling has started. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. When you're handed a break, well, they blocked the extra point. He's got a chance to take this one back. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity. Set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
To the air, it's Stoneburner. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Power football with the run. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47th. And the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. Right back to the well. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving them some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Gonna let it fly. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
And it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. South Carolina has the lead right now, but this Williams-Brice crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Missouri. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Back to throw, it's Stoneburner. Makes the grab. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Kentucky going quickly.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Now on first down from the 30. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking downfield on first down. Gets rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. Smashes ahead. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. Now they've got it at the 44 on first and 10. He wants to throw it again. Release to the back. And they're not on the same page there.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Dennis. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Hand off from the shotgun. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll try to pop the draw. Can't get him to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I've been impressed with this defense physically. Like, their physical domination of the line of scrimmage. Just the run game has been pretty non-existent so far. And, man, when you control the run game, a lot of times you can control offenses.
Back to throw, it's Stoneburner. Pressure coming. Slithers into space. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, the second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
He's got it.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Snagged out of the air. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
Got his man. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Dennis. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Stoneburner. Here comes the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed it in the end zone, but caught it just out of bounds on the left sideline. It's incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. So here comes the Auburn offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just...
There he goes. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.